You know, we continue to slide instead of grow, and that's why I've been talking about leadership and focus and energy. And we've had none since we got back from New York, and you know we haven't handled success real good. And unless that changes, we'll continue in the world that we're in right now, rather than the world that we were in December and the early part of the month. This league is too good, and it's a shame you deal with November and December, and you try to learn lessons, so you don't have to get into all this these selfish games that we're playing right now within our team in league play, because it's the teams you play against are too good, and you got no chance to win if you got to do that. And we haven't handled winning the right way since we've been. I've tried to stay positive. We've been no good since we've got back from New York. No good in practice, attention to detail, our enthusiasm, our energy, everything that we worked to create leading into that game in New York stayed up in Brooklyn. Didn't come back home with us. And I've tried to stay positive. I've tried to figure out a way to get guys to get back into that place that we were at. But right now we're depending on selfishness and individual talents for us to win. And obviously you see the result that that's getting us. And unless our players realize that, it's going to be hard to change.
What was going through your mind during the game, just watching you in the second half at times? It almost looked like you were in disbelief, shock, couldn't believe that the team was lacking some of the energy and maybe execution that you wanted them to have. Can you just describe sort of what was going on in your thought process while you're watching sort of the game unfold and perhaps get out of hand before you guys made the run back in it?
I was thinking about your question in October about me being worried about my job security. That's what I was thinking about on the sideline. I was worried about my job security because I knew you'd ask me about that again.
Not what I was asking.
You asked me what I was thinking. Isn't that what you asked?
Is that really what you're thinking?
I was worried about my job security. I knew you'd ask me that.
Franco Lemo was on the bench for the second half. Was he hurt, or were we just displeased, or what was the reason there?
I wanted to have a conversation with him about my job security. Hard to talk with him when he's in the game.
Coach, just looking ahead to the next game for you, talk about some of the things you're trying to get this team to work on. Is it sort of you try to get them to erase what's happened or embrace what's happened the last couple of weeks as you get prepared for a big game coming up this weekend?
See, that's a good one. Now we can talk. No, if you try to act like nothing wrong's happened, you're going to get the same result. You know, we have to embrace the moment that we're in. You know, and adversity does two things. Either it brings you together or breaks you apart. Simple. When things are red as roses, you know, if you fall apart when things are good, then you're really a bad human being. When you go through adversity, you either come together or you fall apart. It's one or the other. Let's see which way we go. And if you're no good in practice, you're not going to be any good in game. If you're lifeless in a practice, then you're going to be lifeless in the game. And right now, we you know, it's like we got back from New York and we should have cut the season over and done. We've accomplished everything that we needed to accomplish. And practices, I'm going to say it, why not? Practices have become a drag. They weren't that December 31st. They weren't that January the 1st. Practices all of a sudden are a drag. I go home with a headache every single day. And I'm the same coach, same player, same system. It wasn't the case a month ago. We gotta put our arms around the problems and fix them. And I don't worry about my job security, and it's my job to fix it. And if I can't fix it, then I should worry about it. See, I was thinking about that.